Hey guys, Justin with JHart Modelworks. It is time for another update on the Lamborghini Gallardo from Fujimi. No, we're not doing a Ferrari. I know this should be a Ferrari build. It should kind of go back and forth, but I really have not done much with the Ferrari other than rechroming the bumpers yet again. This time the bumpers did turn out, they turned out better. I used Splash Paint's 2K Gloss Black, so I got a perfect finish on the surface finish on the plastic, and that helped. I'm still not a huge fan of the Fusion Firm Chrome. I'm not as big a fan as everyone else seems to be, but we can get into that more whenever I do a Ferrari video. For right now, we do have a few things to show you on the Lamborghini. So let's go ahead and get this camera flipped around and take a look. Alright guys, we are starting with the body. We're not going to spend a whole lot of time on this though. We really haven't done much. We've sprayed the interior with some Mr. Surfacer Grade primer, and we've installed these little black bits that go in the back quarter windows. We're not really showing you that to talk about that though. We are talking about spoilers. So this is the kit spoiler, or at least a very close proximity to the one that would have been in the kit. This is just going to sit right back here on the engine cover like that. Very low profile, pretty much flush with the upper section of the body. All in all, it does look really nice. So in my last video, I talked to you guys about the Superleggera spoiler. And this is what that spoiler would look like. I went ahead and 3D modeled it. I got really close. I'm really happy with this. Seeing as I was doing it all by eye with nothing really to take any measurements from, this is pretty close to spot on. I'm really happy with the results. Now this also has some pins in it, so I can line those pins up with the holes in the engine bay cover. So once installed, it's going to sit pretty much just like this. It sits a little bit taller than the original kit spoiler. It is a bit wider. I think it's pretty cool. I'm kind of torn between which one to use though. I don't know if I want to go with the body colored standard spoiler or this one. It's a tough call. This spoiler, however, is available on my Colts 3D page. Now there are two versions. There's one that has a 10-degree angle for bodies that have a slight tilt to them like this one does. And then there's another version where the feet sit flat for those that need a flat version. So you could actually use this spoiler for a bunch of different cars, not just this one. So it is on my Colts 3D page, so it's a couple of bucks. If you're interested, go grab it. There's a link down in the description below. There's also a taller version of this because my original version was about 4 millimeters taller. And I sent photos to Mike, and Mike was like, yeah, that's not right. That's way too tall. He actually has the Hobby Design Superleggera kit because they did a Superleggera conversion for this car. And he showed me what that spoiler looked like. He's like, this is a much shorter spoiler than that. So I cut about 4 millimeters off of it. And this is pretty much where I'm at with that. So enough of the body. We have spent way too much time on the body as it is. Let's go ahead and move on. So our interior is pretty much finished. I got about halfway through the final assembly and was like, you know what, I should probably record a video. So I stopped, and here we are. We did some flocking with some embossing powder, some just gunmetal embossing powder, and then hit that with some flat clear so it wasn't so sparkly. And we used a sewing pin for our shifter. That's looks a lot nicer than the one that came in the kit. Other than that, well, there are a few other things we did here. So these seats are from P24. I do not remember which ones they are. I just do remember that I got them from P24 on Colts 3D. They're some gorgeous, gorgeous seats. They've got a beautiful diamond interior just pattern on just some accents there. Most of this is Mr. Surfacer 1500 light gray primer. This is going to be a dark car, and it's a hard top. You guys know that, I don't like doing black interiors at all. It's going to be dark. The windows are not really clear. This is not Tamiya quality glass. Most of it has stress fractures in the center of the glass, so it's not something you can sand and polish out. They start in the very center and work their way out, so there's just nothing you can do to fix them. So we're not going to be getting a whole lot of light in the interior to begin with. Shooting a really dark color like black, or even a really dark gray, something like a German gray or a gray black interior, would just make it impossible to see any of the details. So I went with a really light gray instead, hoping that that will bounce more light around inside the cabin so that you can see some things. For our seatbelts, we're just using some 2mm red ribbon. We're using some of my latches. So we've got the seatbelt latches here, and then the modern buckles over here. These are also available on my Colts 3D store. And then to just make this seatbelt disappear a bit more cleanly, I drilled some holes and opened up a 2.5 to 3mm long hole in the side of the interior tub there. Let's zoom this in, see if you can see it a little better. So I drilled out a hole. I made a little trim ring to go around there so that when I glue in the seatbelt material, I can actually just run it through the hole, and I can glue it on the back side of the interior where it will never be seen, and it doesn't interrupt anything, it doesn't interfere, and it just looks much cleaner to disappear your seatbelts this way instead of just gluing them on somewhere. If you can find a place to open a hole, this is actually where the seatbelts would go on this car, is right here in this corner. They go into a belt tensioner that is on the inside. So that, I think, looks really nice and clean. That is pretty much it for that part. We did a little silver on the pedals. There is a photo etch piece off of the photo etch set for our shift plate. I went with the manual instead of the flappy paddle setup. Can't really see it, but there is actually a Lamborghini logo right up here in the top corner of this shift plate. I hit that with some acrylic black and then cleaned off the surface layer so that only the recessed black part set in there. So I'm very happy with that. Zooming back out, we have our door cards. These are pretty basic. There's not a whole lot to them. Just shot some red on this interior piece, did a little black in here, did some black. There's a recess in here. It's like a pocket. It's like a door pocket. And the speaker. I wish the photo etch set would have had speaker grills. That would have been nice. So that's what those look like. We have our steering wheel. Now we added one of the MSM Creations 3D stickers. It's more of a sticker than a decal. They do a set that's their European cars set, and it's got Ferrari, Porsche, and Lamborghini emblems, but they've got this clear gloss cover on them. So they look really nice. Did a little bit of detail painting on the stocks for like turn signals and windshield wipers. I am toying with the idea of painting this outer rim black with just one of the acrylic markers. I think this is just too much light gray. And finally, the piece de resistance. We have the dashboard. A lot of liberties were taken color-wise with the interior, but so we're definitely doing the red accents on some of these covers here and the bottom half. So the photo etch set that I have from AccuStyle has photo etch covers for the AC vents, but they only have 3 of them. So they just have the ones for the center ones. There's 2 more over here, and then there's the defrosters. All of these should have had silver trim. Model Car Garage makes a gauge set that has like some clear acetate with the gauges on them, and then they've got photo etch trim rings. And the trim rings were perfectly sized to fit. They've got like different sizes. So the big ones fit over the AC vents, and then these vents here or they might be speakers, I don't know. But they have a smaller one that fits those absolutely perfect, so I love how those turned out. The decals then get a glass piece that sits over them. It's okay. It's not my favorite, but it's all right. And then we have this center console area. So basically for this, I just used my 0.3 millimeter mechanical pencil and some Vallejo silver, some Vallejo white, and some Vallejo Mecha red to just go in here and hit some of these buttons, get us some nice detail on the buttons and switches. Just kind of pick out what you can. And that is our dashboard. So our steering column should just drop in here somewhere. Dashboard's going to drop in like this. So once we get it all glued together, it should look something pretty much like that. Alright guys, that is going to be a wrap for this video. I honestly don't know what my next steps are going to be from here. I'm probably going to finish up, assembling the interior. There's some stuff I got to do before I can get the interior up into the body, and then it's just final assembly stuff for the most part. But I don't know if I'm going to have time to do that this weekend. The wife wants to start working on the house again, so she's wanting to start stripping the popcorn ceilings off and getting that ready for paint. So I don't know if I'm going to have time to do anything, which means next week there may or may not be a video. But until next time, thanks for hanging out with me. I always appreciate you watching the videos. I appreciate your support for the channel, and I will catch you on the next one.